Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Orlando Morales TV. As always, as usual, I'm your host, Orlando. Today, we're going to be reacting to what if we lost gravity for 5 seconds? I don't know why, but I feel like I reacted to this before. If you're new to the channel, please scroll down, smash that subscribe button. Join the network. Orlando Morales TV is good for you. It's good for you, trust. Also, hit the like button as well. And let's get into this reaction, man. My nose is itchy.
The sky is falling! The sky is falling!
Get a grip. The sky isn't falling.
Oh no?
It's getting sucked into outer space.
Not cool.
And so are all the oceans, and the trees, and cars, and roads, and bridges, and the Earth's core, and you. So get a grip and hold on tight.
Get a grip, everybody.
You're in for a wild ride.
Oh my god, so fake.
This is What If. And here's what would happen if we lost gravity for 5 seconds. Unless you're an astronaut, you probably don't spend a lot of time thinking about gravity.
True.
We all take gravity for granted, and it would be hard not to. Aside from a tiny sliver of the world's population, most humans don't know a life without gravity.
Dude, imagine just
From
floating
the
around like
universe
that.
to our solar system,
Like what?
to each planet, all the way down to our own bodies, gravity holds everything together. But since we tend to see gravity as a given, it's hard to imagine just how helpless we would be without it until it's actually gone. Gravity is an attractive force between any two masses. The greater the mass, the greater the gravity.
Are you taking notes? I'll be taking notes.
The greater the gravity, the stronger the pull.
I just might quiz
Gravity
you.
is the reason why Earth
Later in the
rotates
week.
around the sun, why we experience high and low tide, and why we can walk on this planet without floating away. Most
Whoa.
importantly, though, gravity secures our atmosphere, holding in the air we need to breathe. In fact, there are a lot of things we can thank gravity for. So many, though, that if we tried to list them all here, we'd probably end up with a video longer than Titanic. So,
Cheers.
just to give you an idea of how important gravity is in a really, really short amount of time,
Oh,
we're going to
shit.
take it away from you. But not for too long. Just 5 seconds.
Oh
Are you
shit.
ready? With the world still spinning at its usual 1,600 kilometer per hour speed, everything that isn't secured firmly to the ground would go flying.
Inception.
Cars, boats, trains, planes. Well, obviously, but not like they normally do. More like this.
Look, it'll be
The
fucking
Earth spins
floating
faster
around.
along the equator, so the impact of zero gravity would be felt hardest there.
Bro, how did they shoot this?
At the equator, you could
You think it was
experience
like
winds
CGI?
almost 6 times stronger than the
Holy
ones
crap.
produced by Hurricane Katrina.
Holy
That
fuck.
means that in just 5
That dude-
seconds,
that
you
boy
could be
moonwalking
blown
right there.
as
Look at
far
him.
as
That
2.3
boy moonwalking.
kilometers in any direction. And not just you. There will be plenty of people, objects, and animals to look out for.
Oh, shit,
Not to
count.
mention trees, soil, and mid-air floods from the world's ponds, lakes, rivers, and oceans.
That's scary.
At the same time, the gases in the atmosphere would drift out into space. Not only are we now losing huge amounts of oxygen, but the sudden and sharp drop in air pressure would instantly shatter everyone's inner ears. And
Oh,
then
shit.
there's the planet itself, which is literally held together by gravity. Without gravity,
cap.
the pressure of the Earth's inner core would cause the planet to expand. It's not like 5 seconds without gravity would cause the world to explode, but even a 5-second expansion of the Earth's inner core would cause some major earthquakes
Oh
and
shit.
trigger huge volcanic eruptions. Add one more item to your list of dangerous things flying through the sky. Lava.
Oh, hell no.
Out in space, the planets in our solar system that normally orbit the sun would instead start drifting away from it.
Really?
Earth would follow its neighbors at a speed of 30 kilometers per second. In just 5 seconds, it would have traveled 150 kilometers. That's not far enough for our planet to be out of the habitable zone, but how habitable would Earth be at?
Bro, this is crazy, bro. Like, the smallest things, if we eliminated from our lives, like, the most crazy shit happens to the Earth. Like, just 5 seconds. Like, you know how quick 5 seconds is? And all this shit's happening. Like, what? What was the other one that I reacted to last week? I have it written down here. Oh yeah, like what if the world lost oxygen in 5 seconds? Like, there was so much shit that happened because of that. Like, terrible things. It's crazy.
5 deadly seconds without gravity. When gravity was restored, you'd hit the ground hard.
Oh shit.
If the impact didn't kill you, or if you weren't crushed by a heavy object, you would still be severely injured.
My back.
Oh my gosh, shout out Spider-Man.
My back.
Hopefully, you'd catch your
Bro, I was
breath in
cracking
time
up
with
when I was watching
gravity
that.
pulling oxygen back down to Earth and bringing the atmosphere back around the planet. But there would still be earthquakes and volcanic eruptions as the Earth's core becomes compressed again. And there would still be massive flooding due to the significant displacement of the oceans. The number of casualties would be astronomical. Not just from flying debris, lack of oxygen, or simultaneous natural disasters, but because in those 5 seconds without gravity, the Earth's crust literally opened up and swallowed several major cities.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, a lot can happen in just 5 seconds. And
I
that
see.
just goes to show how essential gravity is to life on Earth and beyond. You may think you're special, and you most certainly are, but just remember that you're part of something bigger than you.
Right.
And that's what keeps you grounded. But don't sink too low. Can you imagine how heavy you'd be if Earth's gravity doubled? Well, that's a story for another What If.
No cap. Alright, that's the end of the video, man. What if we lost gravity 5 seconds? A lot of crazy shit. I hope you took notes. It's gonna be a quiz next week. I'm not gonna tell you when. It's gonna be a pop quiz, but be ready. Alright, guys. I love you. I'll catch you in the next reaction video. Deuces.